Hello guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to do something that we have never done before on this channel. We are going to be learning rotations with Sabz. For those of
Hey
you guys
guys.
for those of you guys who don't know, rotations in a nutshell are basically how you move around the field. Anyways, I'm gonna quit yapping and let's get right into it. So we'll be covering 5 basic situations in which you must know how to rotate. Okay, let's get into situation 1. So let's imagine that we're blue team and we're an offense. So your teammate has the ball. We're gonna what the okay. We're gonna assume that we're this guy. So assuming we're him, we'll see how we should rotate to support the teammate in this position. So our teammate has possession and he's moving upfield, ready to shoot. Now there's
Yeah.
two possibilities over here. Number one, your teammate gets a pass.
Uh-huh.
Why is my pen not working? Okay. Number one, your teammate gets a pass mid and you'll be there to score it.
Yep.
Number two, the opponent comes, he challenges teammate and wins the 50.
Hmm.
So you want to cover both options over here.
Yep.
So let's just go back a second and see where we were. So let's wait a second. Right, we're here, and
Uh-huh.
teammate is about to get in possession of the ball, right?
Right.
So we want to be. Let's just go a second forward because we don't know what's happening yet. This is kind of a big deal, but not exactly. This doesn't change too much. We don't have to worry too much because, as you said, your teammate has time here. He's not getting challenged. Don't have to worry too much about your positioning here. But now it comes to the point where your teammate's getting challenged. Now you want to be
Yep.
support. So an ideal situation would be to play behind him. So preferably around like okay, that's a bit too forward. Maybe around here. Just
Mm-hmm.
path around slowly behind him. Because let's just say in the worst case scenario, your teammate loses the 50, goes behind you. You could go up the wall and get a touch, buy your teammate time to rotate backwards. And if your teammate does win the 50, you're like let's say you're right here. You go like this, and then you're ready to score. You should
Yeah.
you should mean this guy misses. If he doesn't miss, you'll always be there to cover it from this.
Yep.
So let's just see what happens. Your teammate gets a touch. Okay, so right now what's happening with you is that we're going very volatile. We're overcommitting on our rotations. We want to play this slowly because your teammate has time and the play is not developing yet. What I mean by that is like there is no the ball is going nowhere. It's still in the same place. So like you have no need to be moving around here and there a lot. So instead,
I see.
what you could do is like kind of move slowly and like stay behind them over here. Just as I said before. The
Yeah.
ball is still there. Okay, now the second guy is going for the what the I need this guys. Okay. Second guy's going for the ball now. Okay, now we're coming backward. Now we're coming backward, which is kind of questionable because now we're out of position, but that's fine. We want to be here. Okay, and the ball, there's one more guy who's gonna get a touch on the ball and the play will be over. And let's just assume that you were camping here the entire time, by the way, because that
Yep.
is the ideal situation that we're assuming.
Yep.
So that's one touch and the ball. So let's just see if you were right here, this is
I could
your
have
ball.
challenged it.
That
Yeah.
is straight up your ball. There's no one else on the play. Both of these people are out of the play, they're overcommitted, and it's just clearly a goal for you. Maybe it's just a 1v1. They could defend that, but the point is that this is your ball. Now you're not out of
Yep.
rotation here, trying to boost around like that. And because we kind of had an odd rotation like this, as you can see, we
Mm-hmm.
act like okay, we have the ball, that doesn't matter, but we actually don't have a goal scoring opportunity, which you would have had if you were right here.
Yep.
Score there. And that is the first situation. Now, you might be wondering, okay, so can we see an example of how it is actually played? And yeah, let's go right into it. Okay, now let's go look at the ideal situation in which situation one or like you as second man should be playing with when your teammate has possession. Let's
Yeah.
hide that real quick. Okay, so now as you can see, we're assuming that we're Sabz over here, and our teammate is first man. This guy, cool little blue octane guy.
Yeah.
As
Huh.
you can see, okay, so let's go back a second and analyze this a bit more deeply. Okay, so now your teammate is first man, you're behind him. So far, pretty good, but it doesn't really matter because your teammate has time. This guy is currently coming back from the mirror dimension. Nice, so now you can see that this guy's coming close and now your teammate's running out of time. So now he's
Mm-hmm.
forcing a play and your teammate is gonna react to this, right?
Yeah.
So you want to start speeding up here and support him because he's probably gonna flick it. And that's
Yep.
pretty much what he did. And now at this point, you're currently behind him, which is pretty good. So and you want to be there. Now you want to kind of play a more aggressive support because he's gonna probably try to force this guy out of position since he just got fake child, which means that
Yeah.
he's gonna try and chase this guy after his recovery, which means you kind of want to play support and want to play near him, but you also don't want to overcommit. So you want to go kind of fast, but you want to be ready to turn, and you're kind of in the perfect position to do so. So like you're behind him. That's great. That's great. You're there. This guy's probably gonna get a bump on him. Let's see. Okay, he doesn't get the bump, but he does force him to jump, which means he has a bad recovery. And if you're rotating properly, you should be there just to finish the open net. And that is exactly what you do. That's perfect. Stay behind him, play your teammate's shell, and then just
Yep.
score the open net. Okay, now moving on to situation two. Situation two is when you're rotating back and the ball goes over your head. So, for example, as seen in the replay, right about now, you cannot challenge the ball. You're rotating back. But, okay, now we're gonna talk about first. We're gonna talk about because you have a teammate how you should rotate. Right now, you probably want to go back because you're ball side right now, and you don't want to go too far away from the play. So what's better is to rotate like this. Stay close. So if your teammate gets a beat on him, you can always turn and come. So like teammate passes and you'll be behind him and you score as we just discussed. Or your teammate loses this and the ball goes behind you through the corner. So the best way to do that is as shown where we come this and we take like this, right? So we're ready to turn, we take a left, we're ready to turn backwards, and we're ready to cover the miss. And as you can see, teammate lost, which means you want to be able to defend this.
Yep.
But so we're coming like this, and as you see, we get the save. Now, what just happened? Let's go back for a second. Let's relocate it back. So we're rotating ball side. Ball side is when you're rotating and the ball is coming towards you, or the play is like developing towards where you're rotating back. So I'm rotating ball side, if that makes sense. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, great. And so what I'm doing here, I'm taking a wide turn, and this is what I want you to understand, right? If I were to ball chase here, let's say I was like right here, you still get the chow. I don't interrupt you, but the problem would be that if I was here, I would be hitting the ball like this, right?
Yeah.
And if I come like hold up, my pants speaking. If I come like this, I'll be hitting the ball like this.
Yep.
How does that make a difference?
A lot.
Okay. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's just say, let's go second back again. Please bear with me. Coming back, that's great. Let's just say I came back like this, right? What would have happened? Okay, I can still reach the ball. I beat him to the ball. This guy doesn't have boost.
Yep.
I would have gotten the save. Why am I going like this, right? Let's just say I was here. Let's just say I got the same touch, but from that side. The ball goes this way.
And
Oh,
the other
guess
guy
who's waiting
shoots it.
here? Oh,
He would have
surprise!
shot
He
it.
comes here and it's a goal. How
Yep.
unfortunate. But because we took a wide turn, what happens? We come like this. We hit the ball this way. Oh, guess who's not there? The opponent, because he's this way.
Yep.
And that's where taking a wide turn comes in. You're rotating back, and you do not repeat the main point I want to focus on. Let's go back a second so we can look at it. You do not want to chase the ball here. The teammate is here, so we give him space. That's fine. Let's say the teammate wasn't there. You still don't want to be chasing the ball with the opponent behind you. Let's just say opponent was here, you're here. You do not want to be chasing this ball because the other guy is waiting for you to clear it. So instead,
Yep.
what's usually better, and I emphasis on usually because it's not always the situation. You shouldn't always take a wide turn. But what's usually better is to rotate wide, but stay close so that you can take a touch on the ball and hit it behind. And as you can see, as the play continues, this guy tries to come like this. His teammates overcommitted. If we beat this guy, it's just a goal. If we beat this guy, it's just a goal.
Yep. It is.
Okay, let's see how this goes. This is supposed to be situation three, where you're second man and you're left in a 1v1. So, okay, you're rotating back, you're going for boost, you're low on boost. Teammate over, teammate goes for it, teammate whiffs. Now you're in a 1v1 and you have boost. But the problem is your opponent has tons of space, which means he could control this and flick it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Okay, over here you do get the save. But let's see what could have went wrong here and why this is bad. So a teammate whiffs, that's on him. But what could you have done instead to avoid this? Like the problem is that if let's say he took control over here, he gets a flick, that poses a risk of conceding a goal. And that's just because he has so much space here. Why did that space come? It's because we're not there. I mean, teammate whiffed, that's on him. But how could we have avoided that? Okay, so let's analyze the situation here. Teammate is overcommitted. Your opponent has possession of the ball. You're a second man, and you are in a 1v1. Right. Now, the first and
Yeah.
most important tip that I want you to remember while you're in this position is to reposition yourself to a shadow defense. So as you can see, we're facing the ball over here, and your opponent got possession of the ball. Immediately, what you want to do is reposition to a shadow defense position. And what this allows you to do, it actually allows you two things, right? Number one, it buys your teammate time to rotate behind you. Very good. Number two, it makes defending the shot way easier for you. Like, watch this. You boost backward, he panics because you're so close. He flicks it, you
Yeah.
take time, and you get the save. It's that simple. And what this does, this doesn't give the opponent space. As we saw before, the opponent had a lot of space, and this gave him time to actually dribble it and flick it, which he did not do, but could have done. But over here, as you see, we repositioned to a shadow defense position, and now he does not have that space. We've cut space, as you can see, we're cutting space. Very important. And now we buy our teammate time. We play this patiently and we get the save. Okay, now into situation four. Situation four. We're just gonna assume that we're this guy over here, and this is our teammate. Okay, let's understand what's going on. There you go. We're rotating back. We're on low boost, and your teammate just got cleared to the opposite side of the field. What do we do? Usually, what we probably just do is probably go get this 100, come back and support your teammate. But that's usually not good. That leaves your teammate alone, and your teammate needs help. So what you could do instead is actually play on small boost pads. Like these guys right here, this guy, this guy, these guy, they're your best friends. They'll save your life even if it's in danger. They're literally your best friends. Play in them. And okay, let's just let the play develop because there's time here. You can play more aggressively. The important point, if there's time, you can play more aggressively. Pretty useful to remember that. Don't hesitate, don't hold too back. Your teammate could use the help. Now let's just watch it. Your teammate plays it and you get to play aggressive. Alright. But there's another possibility here, right? Your teammate gets the clear. They're playing on small boost pads. Uh-oh, this guy isn't here. Let's just assume that this guy were to be here, challenging your teammate. Now, what do you do? Okay, so if he was there, what you want to do is actually, when you're rotating, want to slow down a bit. Because, as we discussed in situation 1, there's two possibilities to this play. Number 1, your teammate wins this 50, gets the pass mid to you. Number 2, this guy wins the 50, and the ball goes behind. But the problem over here is that you're not behind over here to defend it. So what you want to do is instead, is actually when you're rotating, you want to about slow down right about here, right? Where you're in a position to actually support your teammate if he passes you, and you're also in a position to go back if the 50 goes already. But this is only in case this opponent is here. So it's actually specific to the situation. But right now, since your teammate is not getting challenged, you want to be able to play aggressively. Okay.
Yep.
Before we move on, I want you guys to understand the point of the situation because situation for like over here, it's not exactly necessarily about getting the goal, but more importantly, this is about staying in the play, and this is very important, right? So let's just continue. Let's just see what happens. And now we're in this position, right? You're second man. You're in shadowing, and you're in a 1v1. We just discussed that. Absolutely correct. That's situation three. And like what this allows, okay, let's just say you went back over here, all the way back then, took that 100, let's just say it spawned, and you came here. What would have happened instead? It's the same 1v1, you're still second man, but the problem is your opponent has space. And as we discussed before, that allows them, it kind of gives them a chance to score a goal. But over here, because you're shadowing, you cut space, you're in the play, and it also buys your teammate time to get rotate back, continue the play. Alrighty, we are on situation 5. Well, situation 5 is actually quite similar to situation 1, except this time we're the first man. We're this guy. Let's see what happens. You get a touch. Alright, we're on low boost. Okay, now we're overcommitted on offense. Our teammate is ready to challenge the ball. Alright, so we should be rotating back. But what's going on? We left the play, and our teammate's all alone. And that's the problem. Our teammate needs help here. And let's just see what went wrong. So let's just go back another second. We're first man. We get the touch. We're overcommitted. We're rotating back. First thing, what you should do: make sure to pick up as many small boost pads as possible. Do not
Yeah.
play for the hundreds. I repeat, like the hundreds are like a trap. They're like a mouse trap which traps the mouse when it goes for the cheese. They're tempting, but they're not what you should go for. These guys, as we just discussed, they're your best friends, bro. They're gonna save your life even if it's in danger. But what happens is you leave the play. Right? Your team is ready to challenge this, but he's in a 1v1. He's not playing the 1v. Let's just say, let's just assume that you play this right? You're playing on small boost pads.
Mm-hmm.
Probably want to take a wide turn slightly away from the ball because you want to give your teammates a bit
Yeah.
space here, and you want to pick up as many boost pads as possible. Let's just say you're going back like this. Let's just say you come back like this. So by the time you got in there, you'd have been here, right? Now you can turn to support your teammate, behind your teammate,
Yep.
come slightly more behind your teammate, play the option over here, and you're in the play. Now, as we just
Yep.
talked about leaving the play, that's what you don't want to do. You want to be in the play. So what you could do over here when you're overcommitted as first man, let's go back there, right here. You have just played a small boost pads over here. And let's see how that makes a difference, right? Like visualizing this is kind of hard. Let's just look at an example of it. Okay. Now let's see how the situation could be ideally played. So we're first man and we're overcommitted, we're on low boost. We're going to be rotating back. Okay, there could be more efficient boost pathing here, but that's fine. You don't necessarily have to take the route, but we're good with that. Our teammate is ready to challenge the ball, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, but now here we kind of have a thing here, right? Our teammate is ready to challenge the ball, but not instantly, which means we have time to go slightly back. And now we have to do two things here. Teammate is ready to challenge the ball. So there's two possibilities, as we discussed at the start of the video. Possibility number one, your teammate wins the 50, he gets a pass mid. Possibility number two, the 50 goes bad and it goes behind you. So as you can see, we are rotating close here, and that is because you don't want to rotate wide for more boost pads, because if you do, let's just say the 50 went bad, the ball goes like this. The ball would be about here, and then you would be about here. You wouldn't be able to get back in time.
Yeah.
So rotating close kind of makes sense over here. I see the idea why it's going like this. Probably could have picked up one or two more boost pads, but that's kind of unimportant. So as we see, our teammate does win the 50. And we're actually rotating, we're not boosting through this, right? We're going kind of slowly, taking this boost pad, taking this boost pad. And what this allows us to do, because since now we're ready to go back and ready to go forward, since we went like so slowly but like so controlledly while picking these boost pads up, you see, it allows us to turn and play the pass. And right now, you can see that the moment he's driving, like from, let's just go to player point of view, you can see that this guy. Oh, okay, I can't draw. Damn. Go back to five. Go back to five. See this guy? He doesn't have the ball. This is just a great reading for a goal. That's just a goal right there. It's all started. Let's just see. We're committed on offense. We're rotating back, but we go through boost pads, and we're not going too fast. We're not leaving the play for 100. We're staying in the play, ready to stay close. This allowed us take a cut on rotation, come back, and score a goal. Does
Nice.
that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, guys, so those are the five situations. Before we go, here's a quick recap. Situation one, you're an offense and you're second man. What you want to do is you want to pass slowly behind your teammate, emphasis on slowly. Situation two, the ball is in the corner, you're second man and you're rotating back. It's better to take a wide turn because you can keep possession and follow up your touch. Situation three, you're in a 1v1 and you're on defense. The main points you want to remember are to reposition to shadow defense and cut space between the guy who has possession and the ball. Situation 4. You're on the opposite side of the field and you're rotating back. You want to stay close to the play and play on small boost pads because you don't want to abandon your teammate. Lastly, as we just discussed, situation 5. You're rotating back as first man. You want to rotate through small boost pads. You want to give your teammates space and you want to stay close to the play. You don't want to go too far away and like concede a goal. Okay, guys, that is it for today's video, and thank you, Sabz, for being here.
Nah, thank you, man. I've learned a lot of my mistakes from this video, and once again, thank you, man, for having me to this video. It was so great. It was so nice.
No
Yeah.
problem, bro. It was an honor. Okay, guys, that is it, and I'll see you in the next one.